Hi, hello, g'day, kia ora, welcome to the studio. I'm Paula from MoxyMojo and I have a confession. I've only just realised that this week I have not used any of my swap scraps in my prompt responses, and I have been totally oblivious to it. So I apologise to Tanya for forgetting about you. I'm going to make it up to you. I will try and go back to those prompts and add some scraps. But for now, I've made sure I've got some for the next prompt. So, what is it? I hear you ask. So, today we are on the 12th of December looking at Bookmark and Black and White. Now I will have to confession number 2, until late last night had no idea what I was going to do for this prompt. It was just too broad of a prompt for me to come up with anything. But I have come up with an answer and I hope you're going to like it. So, to save me lugging out the big guillotine for the start of this prompt, I've pre-cut some scraps, and these were from some scraps. I've got black cardstock, and this is 10 1/4 inches by 1 1/2. This longer piece of white cardstock is 8 inches by 1 1/4. And this teeny weeny bit is 1 3/4 inches by 1 1/4. So the first thing I'm going to do is, today I get to use my teeny weeny scoreboard as well. I don't have to lug out the big one. So if I line up the edge of here, there's a little wee lip on here, and I know, because I've measured it, that this line here, there's 2 lines very close to each other, and the first one here is 2 inches. So that's the one I want, and I just need to check which side do I want. Yep, we've got, now hang on, we need it that way. No, I was right the first time. So I'm going to score in this line. Just very gently, because I know that these grooves are not very deep. So we've got our nice score, and I can't tell you where I got this other than it was free in a magazine, which I thought was awesome. So thank you to whichever magazine it was. So we've scored this. So that's good. So now I know that this piece of cardstock is going to line up there. Sorry, apologies for the croaky voice this morning. I don't know what's caused that. I wasn't out partying last night, I can tell you that. And that one's going to fit there. There, glue them on, done. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Right, so now you can possibly just see I've got 4 punches on my desk here. 1 1/2 inches, 1 inch, 5/8 of an inch, and 3/8 of an inch. I also have my crocodile, which does 3/16 holes and 1/8 holes. So I'll just move those out of the way. What I'm going to do now is on, not this one, but this piece, I'm just going to punch some random holes. So we'll start with the big one. I'm going to lift this up just because it makes it easier to see. Now because this is 1 1/2 inches, and my paper is only 1 1/4, I can't do a full hole punch. So I'm just going to do bits off the side and totally random. And they always fly at me. So I'm just going to do probably 3 on here. I might do, oh no, I'll do a bigger one there. I don't want to do it too big because I don't want this falling apart. And then we might do maybe a kind of corner one here. Awesome. That looks so cool. Right, we'll put that out of the way. So 1 inch punch. We're going to do exactly the same thing. Now, we might take out this corner. And I'm going to try and do like a... Oh, that's not quite what we want. There. I can't do exactly a quarter, but that's pretty good. So now this is 1 inch, so yes, I can, if I'm very careful, do a full punch of this. Ooh, very close to the edge there, but we got it in. So now I'm going to do another side punch. Again, I've got to be really careful, but it's worth it. So that's 3 of that one. So that's probably going to be enough given how narrow it is. So we'll go on to the 5/8. So now I'm going to try and I'm going to squeeze in like some holes, if that makes sense. Some completed holes. Yep, that's good. You can do another one down here. Alright, there are we. There are. I'm just looking through the punch to make sure I am, you know, reasonably away from. Yep, so I've got a reasonable amount of space there. And then I think we can squeeze another one in. Let's go. In here. Awesome. Yep, that looks cool. So I haven't got any half ones of that. Maybe I'll do a half one down here. Oh, that looks quite good. This is quite fun actually. And it's really good for my perfectionist self because you can't be because I can't, you know, guarantee perfect holes, then I can just let that go. Now, why aren't you coming out of there? Trying to lift this up and it doesn't want to come up. Okay, well, we will worry about that later. So for now, I'm just wanting to, okay, yep, punch a hole there, awesome. Now I need to be able to see. There, I might have to try and brute force it out completely. Alright, so there, now we want one. Let's do this one slightly to one side. Yep. And another one there. And then how about we'll do a nearly full one. Whoops, that one flew at me. There. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yep, right. So now we'll finish off with some of these. These are much easier to see, and also much easier for placement, because I've found that with those other punches I needed to use them from a flat edge. I couldn't punch from, like, for instance, inside this a circle to reach further. So yeah, that was somewhat restrictive. Right. Now, where else do we need some? So I've got a few down there. Maybe one more up here. Now, for those of you in the know, I'm sure one or two of you are thinking, are you sure you're working on the right prompt? And the answer is yes, I am. I know exactly what I'm doing. Right. Now, this crocodile is not punching as nicely as what the punches were. They're not as crisp, which is interesting. Right, yeah, maybe one more down there. Right, cool, that looks good. Right, put that out of the way. And we'll move these scraps out of the way. Right, that looks awesome. So now, can you guess what we're going to do? Yes, we are going to place this on there. And that looks so cool. Right, so I am going to adhere this. So it's going to take me a wee bit, so I'll either speed it up or just cut it out. But yeah, I'm going to glue around all the edges and around all the circles. I might just tidy up like one or two of these punch holes first, but then I'll adhere it in place and show you what it looks like once it's in there. Okay, so that's all adhered in place. I had no trouble with that. It is slightly skew-eye, but I can live with that. I just need to adhere this bit on now. And this bit I've left whole. There we are. That looks pretty cool. Now, this is going to fold in half there. So I just want to make sure that that lines up perfectly. Now I'll just go a bit overkill with this. Yep. Awesome. And fold it back. So now onto here, and it's going to be up this way because, you know, I'm going to, because I've gone through those scraps, and these are like the black and white scraps that I picked out, and I actually thought, because this T-tab is Choice Organics, but on the back it says Live Fully, and I quite like that, so I thought I would put that in on there. So there's my little bit of Tanya going in. It's my little scrap. Thank you kindly, Tanya. Yeah, that looks awesome. And now, the other thing I'm going to do, these would have been really cool, but I didn't have any way of putting them in. I especially love the star. That has to go in somewhere along the way. And now I've also got these quotes that Tanya sent me. And I was looking, so what have we got? I've only got the one full size there. But that might fit. So I'm looking at either Just One Life. So maybe, yeah, Just One Life, Live Fully. That would look, there we go. So I'm just going to cut this out of here. This was an awesome idea, thank you, Tanya. Nailed it with the scraps. Right, now, sorry, I need to swap to smaller scissors. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Right, put those out of the way. But we're not finished. No, we are not. I know it says black and white, but I don't do just black and white. I do colour. So I have to hide this. Hence the back of the bookmark. So what I'm going to do now is just stick this straight up and down. So I've cut this at 10 inches by 1 1/4. And this is a scrap of photo paper left over from my altered pocket yesterday. Yesterday? No, day before. The days are blurring. I like it. Very nice. Apart from, I've forgotten to do one thing. So, we're going to very gingerly pull it up about that far. I forgot the critical part of this. Right. What I have got and pulled out of my stash once again are my little magnets. Here's the big test. Do they stick? No, they don't. Why don't they stick? Are they not strong enough? Okay, so let's try. So, I mean, it sticks there, that way, and it sticks there. Is it that the cardstock is just too much? Not the end of the world. It's a little disappointing. Okay, that's going to annoy me, so now I'm just going to... Yeah, because it definitely, they're catching that way. So it's got to be something to do with the paper, going through paper and sellotape. Okay, we will leave that for the glue to dry. C'est la vie, 'tis what it is. Right, so now the only other thing I want to do, because my colour's going to be hidden behind the back, I thought I would add in the bottom, and we need the crocodile back, a eyelet and bright tassel. Just to go like, okay, black and white, but here's your hint of colour, knowing that secretly there is a whole lot of colour behind. So what we need to do now is measure. So we want this 1/2 inch from the bottom. So we're going to do this on the large eyelet. So 1/2 inch is there. So let me just have a look. Yep. Okay, so we're going to be on the white. So we're going to be on a white paper. So white pencil will not help. So now we need to measure where in the middle we are. So it's 1.5. So we're going to be at there. Hopefully that is somewhere around about where I need to punch. So we're going here and yes. So we're going to do our eyelet. Now I punch our hole. We're now going to stick our eyelet through. And I've picked a black one so that it will kind of blend in. Okay, take 2. And squish down. Yes, worth it in the end. And then, so I've got a ball pin, a black one, and I'm just going to thread this through my tassel. Now I got these, picked up a pack of 4 in various different colours. I got like a pack of red, yellow and green from Daiso. And I've had them for a wee while and just been waiting for the right project to add them to. So here we go. Whoops, throwing this around. This is probably the most awkward part of it. And there we go. Pin is now on. Whoops. And we've marked that a little bit, but never mind. Can't see it. Right, now. So, hopefully our magnet is going to dry now. And so there it is. I am now going to find a page for this. So here is our beloved journal. We need something with plenty of colour and maybe a few dots. So we've got that one there. I haven't even thought about this part. So we've got that one there. Yeah, maybe that one, I think. Alright, keep looking, because we've got, that one there. might be the best of both worlds. Oh, so there's that one there. That looks quite good. Well, that looks quite good. So I think that page or that page. So what have we got on the inside? Nothing yet. Maybe this one. So there. Now I'm just going to be, hopefully this is going to work. No, it just doesn't like. Okay, so it closes there just barely. I can feel it, yep. But doesn't want to connect, so maybe the magnets just aren't strong enough. Okay, maybe I need to go for stronger magnets. Right, well, I'm going to sort that out after the event, but there we go. I think that looks really cool. I'll slide that there, and I made it long enough so that the tassel is going to hang down the bottom and be really annoying, but it's not going to like buckle any of the pages. That was the main concern, and my intention was that the magnet was going to hold it onto the page, because that's one thing I found with the bookmark I made last Dephemerember. It slides around, and I didn't want it either damaging another page or getting damaged itself. So that was the idea. But our magnets have let us down. So it wasn't me, it was the magnets. And even though I had done testing through the paper to make sure that they did grab, they just simply aren't strong enough for what I want. Live and learn. I will fix it up somehow. I do have some other magnets, larger ones, that will do the job, I'm pretty sure. Right, other than that, it still looks awesome. So, moral of the story is prompts and your crafting and whatever you create is not always going to go right 100% of the time. You make the best of it and you find other alternatives or workarounds. I mean, I'm happy with at least that hook over the top. Keeps it in place for the most part. So, still a win in my books. I hope you have enjoyed creating with me, and you might try something like this, even if it's just the holy cheese look, shall we say. Remember that you do just have one life, so live fully. And I will see you back in the studio. Bye for now.